and this is just a mixtape.
The thing I do in this sport is tackling youth soccer. In our country, as a general statement, it's a complete disaster. It is greedy, it is winning first. The players are the last thing on anyone's mind, the kids, and it's really disgusting. I've now seen it twice with my own kids, and so it's triggered. I've always been passionate about it, but it's really triggered me, and that will be my next frontier, and I'm moving quickly.
Meaning, how do we build a league that's not so obsessed with
grassroots? Look, this is a topic that has its ebbs and flows. It can be applicable to all sports on the grassroots sector or level, but we're going to specifically stay with football, soccer, because I run a football ministry, and this is Sport Up High, but this can be, like I said, applied to whatever said sport that you're in and you're playing it on a grassroots level. This is basically the developmental, the appreciation in helping coach kids to love the game, understand the game, develop them for the next level, right? In football, I noticed that this is a billion-dollar industry. Outside of the grassroots level where you have the academies and you have the first teams and even the second and third and fifth tier and the top levels, the amount of money that football generates is massive. And when you have that amount of money being generated, there's always going to be a certain type of people or entities that are going to want in on that business and have control and totally monopoly that sector. And that's what we have, right? And in the adult world, we see it capitalized with the jersey sales, ticket sales, advertisement, broadcasting, all these things that go into really drive the addiction and the culture of what they want football to be, right? They want to sell a dream, and whether that dream is fully fabricated or not is up for us as the consumer to use our discernment in order to see how we're going to allow this to control our lives and our children's. Of course, football has helped many people change the trajectory and the narratives of their story. A lot of players have started off in impoverished and come from third world countries and come from countries or come from places where they're not able to eat, and football gave them the opportunity to get out of their circumstance. But we're seeing something totally different in this generation of football, just because of the age that we're in and how these entities, these organizations, these billionaires who are controlling football are really trying to get us to see football as a godhead. If you're watching any football game, if you're watching any sort of commentators, you'll always hear this very nuanced thing of people who say the football gods. And I always pay attention to that, because what football gods are we talking about? What are we serving? Who are we serving when we're playing football, when these people are saying the football gods, right? So obviously there's this deity within football that people are paying homage to, that the football gods were on it today. This was like, and I know that can like, oh, Myckx, that's just a saying. Well, we have to be careful with what we're saying in general, and I pay attention to those things like that, because this factors into why I feel grassroots has a major issue. And if organizations in the grassroots factor and academies are not working together to combat against this, then football is going to take a turn that it hasn't taken in previous years. It's just starting to rev up, with this upcoming generation. It's been a slow upheaval from the 90s into the early 2000s, and now that we're getting into the later part of the 2000s, it's you can see football has taken a totally different course of its own. It's a lot of grassroots coaches and organizations are trying to cosplay as academies because they want to get in on this $1 billion pie, right? It stops being about development. It stops being about trying to encourage and give confidence to the individual players and really allowing kids to understand the game and grow a passion for it, and really become great people outside when the pitch lights are out and football's over. The obsession is becoming so much more intense, and at a younger age for children to make it, right? And football is a business once you get to a certain level. I won't deny that fact. I understand that there's a business aspect to it once you get to an NPL or a first team, whatever country that you live in, that first division. There's a business aspect to it too. And I understand that also that the academy is supposed to act as a bridge between the academy and whatever first team that you're going to. So it's supposed to be this bridge that is preparing you for that business aspect, but still fine-tuning the development that you have gotten from a, let's say, a grassroots.